Hey.
All right, Domingo at 7:02.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Are
we ready?
And just a quick second, I have to rename.
Because I can barely hear you, so I don't know if it's you or is it me.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Got you, Johnny.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you.
All right, your call, Domingo. It's
Are we ready?
7:03.
Okay. Here we go. On June the 26th, 2020, the governor of Illinois issued a statewide disaster declaration related to public health concerns. As head of this body, I have determined that an in-person meeting or a meeting otherwise conducted in accordance with the Open Meetings Act is neither practical nor prudent because of the disaster. This meeting will be conducted by internet teleconference without the physical presence of a quorum. Prior to the commencement of this meeting, all members of this body were verified and can be seen and hear one another. I further find that the physical presence of members of the public is not feasible at this meeting due to the disaster, and more specifically, the practical difficulties associated with accommodating the public in an accessible, hygienic location that allows for appropriate social distancing. Alternative arrangements have been made to allow the public to contemporaneously hear all discussions and roll call votes live on the city's official website, on Facebook, and via Zoom teleconference. Notice of these arrangements have been given in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. The public may address this body consistent with the rules previously adopted and recorded as adopted by mayoral order. Alderman Candace Carr, a member of this body, is physically present at a regular meeting location. All votes shall be conducted by roll call, and a verbatim record of this meeting should be made and maintained in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Did you read the title, sir? Well, we got the call to order. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance
to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could I have a roll call, Mr. City Clerk?
Yeah, I have one thing first. So can we have people mute their phones? We're getting a lot of feedback, unless they're speaking. We're getting a lot of feedback. Okay. So anyway, Donahue absent. Hawley absent. Farrenwald
Here.
here. Hill here. Mack. He's there. Mack is here. I see him under her. Carr here. Zillman here. Clinker here. Steve-O here. Johnson here. Alexander
Here.
here. Bellato
Here.
here. Cosidas absent. Rita absent. 10 present, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. We move on to number 4, presentation of general proceedings. I'll need a motion to approve the city council minutes for the date of September the 22nd, 2020. I need a motion and a second.
Alderman Farrenwald moves.
Thank you.
Alexander
Do we have-
second.
Thank you very much, Alderman. Roll call, please.
Farrenwald.
Aye.
Aye. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mack.
Aye.
Mack, aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman.
Aye.
Zillman, aye. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
Aye.
Steve-O, aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson, aye. Alexander.
Aye.
Alexander, aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye. 10 ayes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Mr. City Clerk. Mr. City Clerk, could you read number 5, please?
Sure. Public comment shall be by email only. Persons interested in making public comment must email their public comment to rheuser@cityofblueisland.org by October 13th, 2020 at 6 p.m. Email public comments received will be read during the public comment portion of the meeting by City Clerk Randy Heuser.
Thank you. Any public comments?
We have one from Carol DePace Green. Together, Together, hashtag Blue Island Strong will distribute face masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, and food at Eisenhower High School Saturday, October 17th, 2020, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. or while supplies last. For the last 6 months since May of 2020, Together, hashtag Blue Island Strong has distributed and delivered to anyone and everyone, and we continue to support our neighbors, no questions asked. Special thank you to the numerous donors and volunteers. Everyone remains welcome to pick up, donate, volunteer, participate, and share. Should you have any questions or need more information, please contact Carol DePace Green.
Thank you. Report of city officials. It comes down to the mayor. First topic of discussion, and I'll leave that up to the councils regarding, we already said Halloween hours. The question is whether or not the council wants to address that right now or leave it till the next city council, whether there's going to be Halloween celebrations in Blue Island or not. So I'll leave it open for discussion.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Don't you think like 12 to 7 or what is it, 3 to 7, 7 o'clock's kind of late? Because like at 6 o'clock, it's pretty dark. I don't know, just a suggestion.
Yeah, it's from 2 to 7. It's been 2 to 7. Again, it's up to the council, whichever way they want to do it.
Just throwing an idea out there because it's at 6 o'clock. It gets kind of dark for kids to be out there. So I'm just saying. Okay.
Mayor, it's Alderman Meck. I mean,
yes, sir.
Do we want to, I'm sorry, with the COVID, want to promote any type of Halloween celebration, a traditional Halloween celebration?
Okay. Got it. Any other comments of the alderman? Suggestions, opinions?
Jim Clinker here.
Go ahead, Alderman.
Okay. Couple things. First of all, it's 3 to 7 is what we said. I just looked back in the minutes.
Okay.
That's what we said last time. And I kind of agree with what Alderman Meck's saying there. I talked about last time about what the CDC said. I know a lot of other towns are doing it. I know the city of Chicago's doing it, but I just looked up the CDC recommendations again, and they consider traditional trick-or-treating where children go door to door as a high-risk activity. That's something that we really need to keep in mind before we make a decision.
Got it. Okay. Does an alderman want to make a motion to deny us Halloween in Blue Island, and then they get a second? Or do you want to still wait until the next city council meeting to make that determination?
Mayor, this is Alderman Alexander. If you deny the Halloween trick-or-treating, what is the consequences for kids that still proceed with trick-or-treating?
Well, that's basically, to be honest with you, it's going to be hard to police that. And again, what was going to be allowed or what was suggested is if you didn't want to participate, there's a printable signage that's available on our website that you would put no Halloween. We're not accepting Halloween trick-or-treaters.
This Alderman Fairmont.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll make, and I don't know whether it's going to pass or not. Try that. The city council recommends against trick-or-treating. I don't think, I agree that it's not enforceable, and people will do it. But I think that we ought to at least send the message out that there is a hazard, and it's not something that we favor, but that would, I guess, I don't know how we would still deal with a 3 to 7 because we do want to have a cutoff at 7 o'clock for sure. I guess I would say recommend against trick-or-treating, but prohibited other than from the hours from 3 to 7. That's the best.
That's your motion? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Would there be a second agreeing with Alderman Farnwell on that?
Hi, this is Alderman Hill. Hill. I have a comment. Last year, I think I did it a little different. I went to block, myself and a helper, And we had masks on at that time, even before. But I don't see anything wrong with it if we have masks and gloves on, and all of the candy is going to be inside of a wrapped container or bags.
Well, I think it's the close contact. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but if you got on mask and you got on gloves.
Alderman Zillman, I have mixed emotions on the whole thing. I kind of agree with Darren and I just mixed emotions because being a teacher in District 130 and the kids are not going back to school. It's very hard. The public schools, very hard. Some kids are very depressed. They want to be back in school, but yet we're allowing trick or treating. So I am totally confused how to vote. Just throwing it out there.
And
this is Alderman Stevo.
Go ahead, Alderman.
Yes, I just want to remind everyone that October 31st, Halloween, is a Saturday, and if that would make a difference.
Yes.
No,
Thank you.
On Greenwood, you know what, Jim and Bill, how many visitors do we have from out? We have busloads of visitors coming in out of the community. How many people? I mean, I know it's hard to tell, but am I right to say like 2,000?
Oh, thousands. My brother lives on Greenwood, and if they don't come up one at a time, they come up in mobs of hundreds, or not, maybe 10 at a time. It's crazy.
That's the problem here. That it's not controllable. That's the problem.
Okay.
Say for the record, I love Halloween. I absolutely love it. A blast at the door, and it is so much fun this year. I'm definitely not doing it. I'm closing the door because
okay.
It's going to be
maybe the suggestion is we print out the flyer or the signage that will be on our website saying no trick or treat, and this way the kids and the adults will get the message. Unless we want to do a formal motion, we need a motion, a second, and then proceed from there.
Mr. Mayor, what do you suggest again? Could you
The motion would be to deny that the official or regular trick or treat would not be condoned in the city of Blue Island because of the pandemic. That's basically what the motion would be.
Well, I would just also have to make the 7 o'clock curfew on it. We're not, I don't know how you do that, but
right. So do we have a motion and a second?
How do we enforce that?
You don't.
Good question.
Mayor, this is Alderman Johnson.
Sir. Yes, go ahead.
The recommendation from the governor was not to do so. And I don't think we need to occupy a police officer when we got shootings and things of that nature that takes priority over trick-or-treating.
Right.
You're not going to be able to really police it as hard as you were able to do the fireworks situation, because those are kids. I'm with what the mayor what the governor recommends, but we need to take emotions out of it and look at the safety of our people.
Okay.
Well, that's why.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What about I'll make a motion that I think the city should recommend that trick-or-treating not be conducted. Because I don't think we can enforce a ban, and I don't think we want to try to do that. We should recommend against trick-or-treating, but that there should be a requirement that any activity only occur between the hours of 3 and 7.
Okay. If that's agreeable, that would be the motion. You will need a second.
I think that's a mixed emotion. You're saying, we recommend that we don't, but here are the hours. I think for safety's sake, I think it needs to be canceled.
Okay. I'll go with that.
The other thing is,
all right.
Maybe it's a rumor, but I did see on social media today, is the library closed because of the pandemic?
Yes, the library is closed.
It got closed today because of a person came back positive. Until Friday.
So honestly, for the safety sake of citizens and the kids going door to door, it's not like they're going to social distance. You know what happens on Greenwood. You know, it's wall to wall people. And that's a concern. And I recommend that, you know, unfortunately, we have to cancel.
I'll second that.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. If no other comments, roll call, please.
Okay. Holly. Tom, you're muted.
Aye.
Holly, aye. Farnwald.
Aye.
Farnwald, aye. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mac.
Aye.
Mac, aye. Carr.
I'm going to abstain.
Carr, abstain. Zillman.
I'm confused. I just don't know what to do. Because the kids, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna pass.
Abstain or
Abstain.
Zillman, abstain. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
Aye.
Steve-O, aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson, aye. Alexander.
Abstain.
Alexander, abstain. Bellato.
No.
Bellato, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 ayes. Mayor, how would you like to vote?
Aye.
Vargas, aye. So it's 8 ayes, 1 no, and 3 abstentions.
All right. Thank you, Council. Moving on to number 2, the appointment of Ron Bloom to the Zoning Board of Appeals to replace Mr. Clifton Griffin, just in that, not as chairman, but just in that position. His appointment would expire April the 30th, 23. I'll need a motion and a second.
Hi, this is Alderman Hill.
Yes, sir.
Did we get any kind of his qualifications? What was his qualification?
Well, he's been with us on the other board, and he's very active, well-known, well-liked, well-knowledgeable. I mean, that's up to you. The need is for another person on that board since we can't get a quorum. So that would bring everything to a dead end.
Okay, I just asked that question because I just want to know.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alderman, nobody wants to do the community service. Nobody wants to volunteer, and he's willing to do it, move from one, leave one, and come back and go into the zone. He's presently on the board, but he's willing to move from the one he's on now to the zoning board.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alderman Hill, this is Alderman Farnwell. I just would like to say that I know Ron Bloom, and he is very well qualified, I think, for the position. He's very responsible, and I think he's actually a pretty good choice for that spot.
This is Alderman Johnson. I'll make a motion.
Okay, we've got a motion. Do we have a second?
Mike.
Thank you very much. If no questions, roll call, please.
Jim Clinker, got a quick question.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
he's leaving planning, going to zoning is what you're saying?
That is correct.
So are we replacing him on planning, or now is planning going to be short?
Planning, we're working on a replacement for planning.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
So roll call, please.
Holly.
Aye.
Holly, aye. Farnwald.
Aye.
Farnwald, aye. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mac.
Aye.
Mac, aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman.
Aye.
Zillman, aye. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
Aye.
Steve-O, aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson, aye. Alexander.
Aye.
Alexander, aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye. 11 ayes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Council. Regarding mayor's announcements, again, we already heard from Mr. Pace Green about October the 17th, 2020, from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The Together Blue Island Strong giveaway of, face masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, and food, and other things at the Eisenhower parking lot right there off of Sacramento. Again, as we all been hearing in the news, we need to continue and stress amongst ourselves as a family and friends and other residents to continue following all CDC and the Governor Pritzker's guidelines regarding social distancing and face coverings in our city. What I've noticed recently, I think some of you have also, if you see something, say something. There's been a lot of vandalism in the area by the Chatham Bridge. Some, unfortunately, at the new Calsac Trail, and some uptown. So I need everybody to keep an eyes and ears open. Again, for non-emergency, call the 708-385-1313 number. And again, an emergency, 911. And the other thing is I encourage everyone to sign up for the Smart 911 if you haven't already. I want to thank all volunteers who have continuing cleaning up our beautiful city. This morning, they had a group cleaning up the Francisco Bridge on, even though that's not in Blue Island, but they've been continuing from Broadway to Vermont. Now they've worked on the west side, which is like on the Robbins side. They've cleaned that up, so now there's a path there. By the rec center and in the community garden, by the actual SEPA station and other locations. Blue Island. I want to thank again, from the bottom of my heart, all the volunteers for that. Renovation on the Western Avenue Bridge, as you see, is continuing. Hopefully, they'll be able to pour the first layer of concrete within the next couple of weeks. They're doing the punch list on the Calsac Trail as we speak, and that will reopen very, very soon. I've already seen people using it from here to Halsted. November is normally, shopping in Blue Island or support your local business. Let's start early. Let's start from now, supporting our local businesses. Again, it's very difficult as a result of the pandemic. We need to support our local businesses, shop Blue Island, shop local. It's leaf time again, and from Public Works, again, we're requesting everybody to bag your leaves and not put them on the street. Again, it's very dangerous, especially when rainy and slippery, and it clogs up our sewer system. So again, bag them and leave them up for pickup, and we'll try to do our best to take care of them. Again, we're approaching the flu season. We need to be very vigilant regarding that. The census 2020, from my understanding, the portal is still open at 2020census.gov. And again, remember to vote on November the 3rd. City Clerk, any business?
No business.
Any bids?
No bids.
All right. City Treasurer's monthly report will be on our website. I need a motion for the approval of inter-fund transfers from unrestricted to restricted accounts. I'll need a motion, and I need a second.
Make a motion. Alderman.
Thank you, Alderman Card. Who's the second?
Alderman Hill.
Alderman Hill, thank you very much. If no questions, I'll need a roll call.
Hawley.
Aye.
Hawley, aye. Farnwell.
Aye.
Farnwell, aye. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mack.
Aye.
Mack, aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman. Zillman, aye. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
No.
Steve-O,
Steve.
no. Steve-O, no. Johnson.
No.
Johnson, no. Alexander.
Aye.
Alexander, aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye. 9 ayes and 2 noes, Your Honor. We do need.
Thank you very much.
Mayor, we do need to get a monthly treasurer's report. This is the first meeting of the month with the treasurer report.
All right, we'll make sure we'll get that as quickly as we can.
No,
Treasurer's announcements, I have none. City Attorney, anything?
Nothing, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Committee reports, Community Development Committee, anything?
Meeting is tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Thank you very much, sir. Alderman, are you handling the Finance Committee agenda?
Sure. All right. So
Thank
under
you, sir.
number 1, we have motion to approve payroll for September 18th, 2020 for the amount of $375,164.60, and the payroll for October 2nd for $471,114.40.
You got a motion. We need a second, please.
Alderman Carr, I'll second.
Thank you very much. If no questions, I'll need a roll call.
Hawley.
Aye.
Hawley, aye. Farnwell.
Aye.
Farnwell, aye. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mack.
Aye.
Mack, aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman. Zillman, aye. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
Aye.
Steve-O, aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson, aye. Alexander.
Aye.
Alexander, aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye. 11 ayes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
All right, next thing, we have an accounts payable on here. Lost it for a second. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable for October 14th, 2020 for the amount of $465,244.44. There was a couple large ones in there, like Lakeshore disposal was over $1,000, and there was a health insurance one, I think, that was in there. I just glanced through it. We did not have a finance on Monday, but I just went through it. I noticed a few big ones in there.
We got a motion. Do we have a second?
Alderman Carr, I'll second.
Thank you. If no questions, I'll need a roll call, please.
On the question.
Johnson.
Go ahead, Alderman. Go ahead.
Is that for me? Okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Mayor or city or Alderman Bellato want to know if Montana and Welch is on the payables, and if they gave a breakdown of their accounts.
Alderman, those in the packet. They're not in there for this payable. There's no Montana Welsh.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We got a
On the
motion, a
question,
second.
I have a question,
Go ahead.
Mayor.
Go ahead, Alderman Steve. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Under Ackerman LLP, 1,891.50. I'm going to vote no on that. I'm going to vote against that. And on page 8, it has 4 light poles that cost the city to go up, and 3 light poles in one street directional. Will that be reimbursed by auto insurances?
I think we do go after them.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. So we got a motion. We got a second. Roll call, please.
Sorry,
Jim Clinker,
Mayor.
a quick
This is
question.
Alderman Johnson.
Okay, go ahead.
A question to Alderman Bellato. Alderman Bellato, has Ackerman came to us with any new information or reported to the Finance Committee?
As far as I'm not aware of. I'm not the chairman. However, I think this is the final payment for the dollar amount approved. And if Topeka's on the line, she can verify. If not, I don't have a final answer for you. I did ask that question, and that looks like the final amount of that was in the budget when we first passed that motion to approve the hiring.
Yeah, we did. I think it was 15,000. I want to say around that amount.
I think this brings you to that point where they can't bill anymore.
Right, but it was supposed to be information coming as well. So we
I don't have the answer for you, Alderman. I wish I did. I do not. Just the information that we both received last time we got it.
And Alderman,
thank you very much.
I just like to just say on the bill, I think it probably is correct. I don't know for a fact that brings us up to $15,000. It's an amount we're obligated to pay by agreement. I don't think we should pay it, but we have to pay it. So I will vote in favor of the payables, although I don't think that we should have spent any of this money.
But Alderman Fairwall, is agreement to pay for actions or for duties that was supposed to be done, and they have not been fulfilled. So that's contractual as well.
Well, sadly, Alderman, I get your point, but I didn't expect we were ever going to get a dime's worth of out of $15,000, and the city council unwisely voted to approve it anyway, and we're stuck with it. And that's a sad fact.
I do agree with you, Alderman Farnwell, as well. This is Alderman Hawley. Can we take that bill out until we get some sort of written statement? I have seen nothing, and I think that they should at least file a written statement as far as what they found, what they at least did for the 15,000.
I'll second that. If you want to make it a motion, take that out of the.
Sure, I'll make it a motion.
All right.
There's a motion. There's a second. Any questions? If not, a roll call.
I still have a question on another part. What are we voting on here?
To remove Ackerman's bill is what the motion.
Just to remove Ackerman's bill. We're not voting on the whole accounts payable yet, right? Because I have a question on another section of the accounts payable. Okay, all right.
All right, got a motion, second, roll call.
I'd like to just, if we can get Alderman Clinkers, because it's cleaner just to make a motion to remove several in one motion.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, just, I'm looking for a little explanation. I'm not sure if Topeka's here or not, but on page 6, Illinois Director of Employment Security, we have $8,235 worth of unemployment payments for a bunch of people. Just a little explanation what's going on with that, and do we have more in the future? Or, I mean, it just looking for a little clarification. You got 4 from the golf course, 3 from the building, and 1 from marketing that are obviously applied for unemployment. First I've heard of any of that.
Hi, council members. I'm here. It's Topeka on the line.
Yeah.
So we received the unemployment statement from IDES, and we had a number of unemployment claims from our part-time employees. And typically, we wouldn't be obligated to pay part-timers unemployment, but because there was a change in state legislation, we're required to pay their unemployment for this period for the pandemic. So we got a number of unemployment requests. A lot of them we were disputing, and that's what the remaining balance was. The original request came in at like 16,000. So we kind of got it down to half, and those were the ones we were able to verify that they were on our payroll at the time when the pandemic started.
So are there more coming in the future?
I don't anticipate any more, but please don't quote me on that because there could be more. I'm not entirely sure. It just depends on how long they did the claims for.
Okay, and then I'm one in specific, this marketing unemployment. I didn't even know we had a marketing employee. Who is C. Cortez?
I believe that person is the one who does the cameras. When we actually record the city hall meetings for YouTube,
Okay.
I believe that's who that person is.
Okay, thank you. I just didn't know that was
You're
her
welcome.
name, so thank you.
You're welcome.
So we got a motion, a second.
Carrie, would it be appropriate to have the motion to approve accounts payable with the removal of Ackerman or a separate vote?
It can be made in that fashion, yes.
Okay.
I'll make
Is that
a motion
agreeable?
then. I'll clean it up. I'll make a motion to make the accounts payable with the removal of Ackerman.
I'll second.
All right, that's fine.
Alderman Hawley.
A second on that one?
Alderman Hawley.
Thank you. If no other questions, roll call, please.
Hawley.
Aye.
Hawley, aye. Farnwell.
Aye.
Farnwell, aye. Hill.
Abstain.
Hill abstain. Mac.
Aye.
Mac, aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman.
Aye.
Zillman, aye. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
Aye.
Steve-O, aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson, aye. Alexander.
Aye.
Alexander, aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye. 10 ayes and 1 abstention, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have number 3, ALS upgrade. I'm not sure if there's anything to approve. The Finance Committee last we met, we agreed and voted to move in the direction of ALS. We approved tentative amounts of what they would cost for next year's budget.
Okay.
It's still on the line.
It's just basically an FYI.
Was it just an FYI, Topeka or Jim, Alderman Clinker? Do you remember if we had a vote for something on this?
No, I don't think there's any vote. I think it was just given the fire chief and Topeka that, we want to keep moving forward with this, and that's all going to be calculated in the next year's appropriations. I think the fire chief, and he's on the line, but I think he was looking at actually spending some money as far as equipment before the end of this year so that it could be paid for through some grant money.
Yes.
But yeah, that's all I remember.
Between me and you, we pretty much summed it up. We're going to go ALS. We're going to be spending some money to go there. Nothing's free, but it's going to be definitely appropriated for next year and next year's appropriation. So nothing to approve.
Okay.
3. Number 4.
All right, that's fine. So you move to number 4.
Yeah. Ordinance number 2020-038. It's an ordinance of the City of Blue Island, Cook County, Illinois, approving intergovernmental agreement for a subrecipient agreement between Cook County and the City of Blue Island for coronavirus relief funds. And this is to get reimbursed for amounts that were spent for our efforts to curb and inform the pandemic. Unless the mayor or anybody else wants to talk more on it, that's what I have.
No, that's fine. So we got a motion. Do we have a second?
Alderman Hill, second.
Thank you. If no questions, roll call, please.
Hawley.
Aye.
Hawley, aye. Farnwell.
Aye.
Farnwell, aye. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mac.
Aye.
Mac, aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman.
Aye.
Zillman, aye. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
Aye.
Steve-O, aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson, aye. Alexander.
Aye.
Alexander, aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye. 10 ayes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, last thing we got, resolution number 2020-043, a resolution approving renewal of the city's health insurance, life insurance, and voluntary dental insurance benefit plans for the current and former employees with the Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois for fiscal year 2021, and authorizing the mayor and the city clerk to submit the application. I'll make the motion.
Got a motion. Do we have a second?
Alderman Holly.
Thank you very much. Any
Alderman
questions?
Steve-O.
If not, roll call.
Alderman Steve, I have a question, please.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I have a question for Topeka. Hello, Topeka. Hello,
Hello,
Topeka.
Alderman Steve-O, I'm here.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Did the city go out to bid for these insurances?
Yes, we have an insurance broker that assists us with that process.
And who is the insurance broker?
It's Alliance and Mesro is the company.
Alliance Mesro. And who is the person you're working with Alliance Mesro?
Alderman Steve-O, I'm actually on the line. This is Adriana Duenas representing Alliance Insurance Services, formerly Mesro Insurance Services. I've been handling the city of Blue Island since 2013.
And you did go out to bid on all these insurances?
Well, this year, given the reduction in the rate, we did not pursue alternative markets, just given the position of the decrease for the annual premium and the lack of, again, the disruption of having a network reduction with some alternative carriers. But in speaking to Alderman, the finance team, and Alderman Bellato specifically, the intent is if the trend is going the way it should be with projections on the loss ratio, Alderman Steve-O, the position is we have been marketing the account every single year, but given the unique 2020 year, we decided to go and retain Blue Cross Blue Shield for the upcoming year because we did make substantial changes last year, if you recall, to the 2020 policy term.
Adrian, with all due respect, I would not have to query you this evening, but I'm locked out as an alderman of the finance meetings. This could have been discussed during a finance meeting. The residents of Blue Island
Thank you, Alderman.
do not deserve to pay. You should have went out to bid, even though all the insurance companies are lowering the rates because of COVID. We still wanted you to go out to bid, and it was our understanding previously when just a few days before policy was going to be canceled because it was we were forced to take that policy earlier in the year, and we were promised that from now on it would be going out to bid. And I think the finance committee failed us on this. They failed us on this, and so did Alliance Mesro. So I want to stand saying that we feel that you failed us, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Got a motion. Do you have a second?
Holly seconded.
All right, then roll call, please.
Holly.
Aye.
Holly, aye. Farnwell.
No.
Farnwell, no. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mack.
Aye.
Mack, aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman.
Aye.
Zillman, aye. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
No.
Steve-O, no. Johnson.
No.
Johnson, no. Alexander.
Aye.
Alexander, aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye. 8 ayes and 3 noes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. Anything else, Alderman?
Nothing on finances agenda.
Thank you. Moving on to Public Health and Safety Committee.
No report. Our next meeting's next Tuesday, the 20th at 6 p.m. on Zoom.
All right, thank you. Municipal Services Committee?
No report. We had a meeting tonight. I do have 2 ordinances for handicapped. I'll make it as a single motion. Ordinance number 2020-39 and ordinance number 2020-40. An ordinance restricting a portion of a certain street for handicap parking only within the city of Blue Island, County of Cook, State of Illinois, and providing penalties for the violation thereof. I'd like to make a motion.
Got a motion. Do we have a second?
Bellato.
Thank you. If no questions, roll call, please.
Hawley.
Aye.
Hawley, aye. Farnwell.
Aye.
Farnwell, aye. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mac.
Aye.
Mac, aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman.
Aye.
Zillman, aye. Clinker.
Aye.
Clinker, aye. Steve-O.
Aye.
Steve-O, aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson, aye. Alexander.
Aye.
Alexander, aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye. 11 ayes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Anything else, Alderman?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's all.
Thank you very much. Moving on to Judiciary Committee. Any notes, any information? If not,
Notes, and we had no meeting.
okay. Moving on to number 7, any aldermanic announcements or comments?
Now, Alderman Farnwell has one. Would just like to explain my no vote, the insurance, because Alderman Steve's comments indicated that he was not allowed to participate at Finance Committee. I have also similarly been blocked from it. In the past, when I was chair of committee, and I know other chairs have permitted other aldermen to make comments, and it's certainly a more efficient way to do business than to tackle things like this in city council. I don't understand why the chairman of Finance Committee does not permit other aldermen to make relevant comments. And I find it objectionable. And that, I don't know whether the insurance is a good deal or not, frankly, but I don't like the way that was conducted, and it should have been handled, and Alderman Steedebo should have been able to speak about it in committee.
Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do we have cameras at the East Annex building?
I couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Do we have cameras at the East Annex building?
Yes.
So we have, there's cameras on, like if they're during city council or all the time, do we have, we always have cameras on?
I mean, not out. We have cameras, yes. They're always on, the ones for YouTube and streaming for Channel 4.
During the meeting, though,
Yeah.
we have cameras normally, like when I was at the park district, we have cameras around the park. We have cameras in the park all the time. We don't.
I know there's cameras. You mean like for security?
Yes.
Yeah, we have them outside. That's on the monitors in the police station outside. There's like one main camera. Well, there's 2 of them between the firehouse and the East Annex.
So we have nothing inside, correct?
Inside, to my best I know.
And what about in the clerk's office or up in by the mayor?
Yes.
We have
Yes.
inside, and they're on.
Yes. They're, as of right now, as a result of the actual, when the server went down, not the server, when we got the ransomware, I think they're still working on it.
So we have cameras in the clerk's office, and we have cameras upstairs by the mayor's office, correct? When they're working.
Well, again, that's a question as to, we got to talk to IT, what's the next step to try to get them on? Or what's the cost?
Just for security, yes. We definitely need cameras.
I didn't hear you.
And so we definitely need cameras for security.
Yes, okay. Go ahead, City Clerk.
I was just going to say there's 3 in the clerk's office, and I believe they're working. There's one out front pointing out to the front of City Hall. There's one in the building department. There's one on Vermont Street, like the mayor alluded to. There's one on the police station pointing down to where the safe spot is on Greenwood and New. Those are the ones I'm aware of right now. There could be more but I know for sure those are there.
And there's some in the garage too. There's like 2 in the garage.
They all work?
I just got a FOIA, and I just got the results back late this afternoon after we closed of a DVD with the camera to the safe spot. I have not asked for any out of my office recently.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad it makes you feel better.
Okay. Any other comments?
Yeah, this is Alderman Johnson. I have
Yes,
a
sir.
question. I have a question either for Attorney Horvath or the city clerk about sprinkling systems. Do we charge businesses or homes per month for charge systems unless they are purged or tested? Do we have a constant bill per month for them? And is that legal? And how many feet does a square home or business have to be sprinkled?
I can answer half of that question, Alderman Johnson. Anyone that does have a sprinkler system does have a separate meter going into their house in the commercial or into their commercial business, and they're charged a minimum charge of half of what the domestic charge would be. For instance, I think that 1 inch is 12,000 gallons. If you have a 1 inch sprinkler system, I believe it's 6,000 gallons a month minimum to keep the system operating. That's the only thing I can answer.
Okay, but if the system is already
The rest of it, we can probably get more information from you.
right, because if the system is already filled, how are we charging them per month and it's not being used?
There's a minimum charge on all water services based on the size of the service going in. And I don't know if Jim wants to jump in on this. I just know from the billing side, when I helped set up with the Smart Fusion, I know there's minimums.
I know I have a sprinkler system, and my water bill is astronomical.
But the question really what I'm asking, is that totally legal? You know, you ask the person to have a home or a business sprinkler system, which would save on probably the insurance for the property. But overall, how can we continue to charge somebody per month for something they don't use unless it's being purged or tested?
And the answer to that is it's to keep the system operational. But I agree with you, Dexter. And I was talking with a business owner myself last week, and I was going to suggest talking to municipal service at some point in time, along with finance department. When water was $1.75 a thousand, it really wasn't that big of a deal. But now we're talking $10 or $9 a thousand, and that can get pricey.
Right, but I would like if we could look into that further. Because of the COVID, people are not working, you know, and businesses are not thriving like they used to. So if we can find out if Attorney Horvath has the time to find out, is this totally legal? Because there's some businesses that's actually operating or have operated in Blue Island and have not been asked to be sprinkled when probably they should have had a sprinkler system in it.
We'll look into that, Alderman.
Alderman Johnson, I'll be glad to look into that for you. I don't have an answer for you this evening, but I will try to get an answer for you before your next meeting, if that's acceptable.
It is. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you.
Alderman,
any other aldermanic comments?
Mayor, as long as we're still in this meeting, I had asked the city clerk to put on the agenda a closed session item. If it's okay with the alderman, I want another lawyer in our office to review some matters in this particular file before we make any kind of a recommendation to you. I was going to discuss with you a fall on a sidewalk case, and there's no urgency with respect to it at this time. So if it's okay with the alderman, I'd just as soon pass the closed session to our next meeting.
Okay, that's fine. If that's agreeable to the alderman. All right, any other aldermanic comments? If not, I'll need a motion for adjournment. I'll need a roll call in a second.
Alderman Hill.
Okay, do I have a second?
Alderman Hill.
Johnson.
Thank you very much. Roll call, please.
Aye.
Holly, aye. Farnwell.
Aye.
Farnwell, aye. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Mac.
Aye.
Aye. Carr.
Aye.
Carr, aye. Zillman. I saw your, I'm a leader. Zillman, aye. Yeah. Clanker.
Aye.
Clanker, aye. Steve-O.
Aye.
Steve-O, aye. Johnson.
This is to Fred, Alderman Fred Bellato. Aye, and happy birthday to me.
Oh, happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
everyone.
Happy birthday, Doc. Happy birthday. Johnson, aye. Alexander. Alexander,
Aye.
aye. Bellato.
Aye.
Bellato, aye.
All right.
11 aye.
Well, happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños to both.